In other words, when black women screw up, all of a sudden they want to get as many black men to come in and clean up and rescue them.
What I hate is this gaslighting that women do, where they pretend that they don't know any women of the sort that we are
Mm-hmm.
speaking.
Good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The standard line. Yeah.
Okay, the same
Good
way
one.
white folks do when they pretend that there's no racism. That they pretend that they don't hear the N word when they're in spaces that white folks are in that black folks are not.
Mm-hmm.
Black women know that when they're in spaces where black women are and black men aren't, they hear this talk.
Mm-hmm.
They know how black women feel about us. They're in the Facebook groups where black women speak on us. They follow the women on YouTube that call us all types of names, including the bullet bags and all of that stuff. Black men are not stupid. And I'm looking at my camera because I'm looking at you. Don't insult our intelligence. You know what kind of women we're talking about. You know that they're on every class level. There is this behavior and this ideology and belief is not limited to the wrong women or the ratchet women or those women over there. That's like me saying, oh, I don't know any abusers. I don't know any sex offenders. I don't know any man of this type, right? That you're talking about. These, because I don't know them. They don't do it in front of me. Therefore, you need to watch them and you're around and these things won't happen to you.
Oh yeah, watch how you
They
dress.
want, as I often said, they want a rollback of the clock. They want it to be back in the 80s when we didn't say anything. Keep your mouth shut, keep your head down, coach my son's rec league team, and be on first watch.
I've been saying this stuff since before the internet. Dr. T already knows I got in trouble in high school for saying stuff like this. The men on this panel are not stupid enough to fall for the Jedi mind trick. All right? So get out of here with that, man. You know it. We know it. So let's not play games.
Yeah, and your great grandma knows it too. So stop it.
Exactly.
It's been passed down.
Aunties do too.
No, if anybody's has family down south, this is not new. This has been going on since time immemorial.
That's
Same
why
shit.
all your uncles and aunts got
The only difference is that back then you had roles to play, so your roles that you played kept this stuff in check. Once they eliminated all the roles, all hell broke loose.
Yeah. But this is why you have such an intense blowback from men, because I've not seen this in my lifetime. I've not. I'm almost 50 years old. I've never seen this widespread a group of men across class, across occupation, across geography that are coming together to say, wait a minute, this shit is going too far.
Ready
And
for the
let me tell
revolution.
you what I've been through. It's too, and so to have people come in and say, well, that's just, you're just tripping. That's your individual experience. It's gotten way too big for that. We're going to close out real soon. But I just wanted to say, Carletta dropped another statement where she says, actually, that is one of the reasons why these kind of women exist, because a whole generation of men didn't say anything. Accountability is a community responsibility.
Please get out. Get the hell out of here.
Now, first, a minute ago, it was that these were just the women we met. Now,
yes,
it is something that's collective, but it's men's fault. See, this is the whole point. Accountability has never been something that Black women as a collective have had to address. They've never been held accountable. This is what what's the sister who was out on the 80s in the talk circuit talking about this, Shahrazad Ali. This is what she was saying. She was saying that Black women have never been collectively held accountable for their contributions. Nobody is saying Black men haven't contributed to the negativity in the community. Nobody is making that argument. What we're saying is Black women have been held in a position where they've not had to be accountable. And now when we do start to hold Black women accountable, it's, well, those are the individual women you met.
You know, yeah.
And then after that, when there's too much pressure brought on it, then it's, well, it is your fault as a group because you all let it happen. No, these issues we're talking about are tied into systemic resources. This has been conditioned over generations. This is not accidental, it's not arbitrary, and it's not a product of individual men's weakness. It is a collective response. This is why we went through Errol Miller's piece on Jamaica, because the same shit that happened in Jamaica happened in the United States.
That's why we went through the Kerner Commission.
Policy.
Yeah, Kerner Commission, the Monahan Report, basically the Dr. Clark's Dark Ghetto, Frazier, Eve Franklin
Yeah.
Frazier's
Oh
Negro
yeah.
Family, W. Du Bois, Philadelphia Negro. This it's a long list, a long line of things that have been said, that have been known and been ignored. Like I said, Doc said he's got a PhD. A lot of this stuff he'd never even heard, okay? And scholars knew this stuff a long time ago. Stuff has been around a long
It's
time.
not taught.
It just kills me that black men are being blamed. Us, powerless, conquered. We own nothing. We have no control over nothing. But it's our fault that we didn't. Anything that we do to instruct or to add our input into anything gets pushed back by the same women who will blame us for crashing the vehicle that we weren't driving. Okay, that doesn't work. That doesn't wash. Okay, black women for the most part are the custodial parent. Okay, and they fight for that right. I mean, we're in Western, culture, so it's not just black women that get that; it's white women also. But black women do everything they can to remove the male influence from the house, and our culture is unique with that. So it is your fault, whatever the outcomes associated with that. If you remove the man from your a child's environment, or you had a child out of wedlock, hardly knowing this guy. The other day I called them, bathroom stall babies. Okay, if you had a bathroom stall baby, you don't get to blame the man who didn't agree to be a father on how your child turned out. You raised them. I don't blame the person that was not there for the crime or the murder for the murder. If I wasn't there, I didn't do it. You're going to jail. I'm not complicit or anything. Okay? Miss Carletta Kelly, you are very aware of how black women feel about us because they're very vocal about it, and even more so in spaces where we are not. And you are in plenty spaces where there are no black men, and you know how black women feel about us when we are not of service to them. Okay, so when you talk about the type of women we're dealing with, we're talking about the female black kind. That's what we're talking about. So the Jedi mind trick that, these aren't the droids you're looking for, mind game that you're playing here. All the nerds laughed.
Call me out.
Look, I'm a nerd too. I made the joke. At the end of the day, you can't insult our intelligence, and the next generation of men are gonna know more than we did. And that's it.
All right, man. Appreciate you, Marcus, for the last minute jump in. Appreciate that.
No doubt. 100.
100. All right. So y'all make sure you support the Keep It 100 channel on YouTube.